AFC South. Last year you had the Titans go 12-5. You had the Colts go 9-8. Houston 4-13, and the Jaguars 3-14. I actually kind of like a lot of what's happening for the Texans here. I think they're making a lot of progress. Brandon Cooks is younger than you think he is. He's only 28. And I actually think the Jaguars are going to be a much improved team this year, frankly, with Doug Peterson coming in. ETN will be a really fun guy to watch week in and week out. But, the Titans were the Cinderella story last year, but I think it's about to hit midnight for them. A little bit worried about a potential midseason quarterback controversy that's never good for the win total. And for that reason, the Colts, which I think are one of the best rosters in the NFL, minus their quarterback last year, I think make a substantial upgrade to quarterback. If you watch anything coming out of Colts camp, and you're only going to really see good things generally out of camp, but Matt Ryan can still throw the ball. I know that he's not Matt Ryan that went to the Super Bowl a couple of years ago, but he's still that guy. He's still a guy who routinely throws for 4,000 yards, So, yeah, give me the Colts with a much improved quarterback, pretty much the only thing that held them back last year.
This is where we're going to disagree for the first time. I like the Titans here way more than I like the Colts. Mm-hmm. Titans are consistently the most disrespected roster in the NFL. Shout out my boy Dane, big Titans fan, 8-8. Titans, I'm looking at an article right now. I was trying to find out how many players they had on the roster last year.
Wasn't it like over 100 total players made that roster last year?
So the NFL record before last year was 84 players on the roster throughout the year. That being because people get hurt, put to IR, and then new players are added, things like that happening. By week 8, the Titans were at 77. I believe they finished the season above 100. They were right around 100. They smashed the record. They were a wounded team. Tannehill was thrown to like Chester Rogers or something, and he gets so disrespected because he had a garbage playoff game. Tannehill statistically was right up there with Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers throughout the regular season as one of the better quarterbacks. And note it, we're talking about the NFL regular season right now, not the playoffs.
I think we got to play. The other week we were playing a game where we were listing quarterbacks and just saying who's better than who. So I'm going to throw one at you right now. Kind of unrelated, but we're doing it anyway.
Do it.
Derek Carr or Tannehill?
Derek Carr, but I love Derek Carr.
Yeah.
So those guys are both higher than most of the people you're probably going to say right now.
I'll leave it there. We had a lot to cover today.
Okay. Tannehill's top 12.
Tannehill's top 12?
Top 12 quarterback. I'll put out my official rankings eventually. We should do that. That's a little content. I just threw garbage right on your ground without thinking. I'm very sorry about that. Love the Titans. So disrespected. You got them at plus odds. They were the 1 seed last year with the most hurt roster of all time, and all they got in return was slander.
It's true. I mean, it's tough for me because I don't have a reason for why I just think the Titans are going to regress.
No one does.
It just feels like they're going to regress.
Everyone looks at them. They're like, bad. Yeah. For no reason. It's because they don't have a star quarterback or anything fun. You also love Malik Willis.
I'm a big Malik Willis guy. We'll see how things pan out with his career. I really wanted the Lions to draft him, but this was a tough division because I think there's 2 teams that have a real good chance, and then 2 teams that really don't. So my last point on this is that the Colts have the 6th easiest schedule coming into the year. When I'm making division winner bets, I tend to look at strength of schedule a lot just because it's like how many of those easy wins when one team's playing like the Bills and you're meanwhile playing the Jets,
Yeah.
So I lean that way, but obviously the Titans are really good. So we'll see.